Hi all, my name is Padmaja. I'm back on my YouTube channel Thursday Content, and today we will be talking about a library called as Polars, which is a great alternative to library Pandas, which is known for data manipulation. So, question: why Polars library? What is the thing which is taking it ahead of Pandas? So let's see a couple of points. So the first point is it is fast and efficient library compared to Pandas, where if the data set is very large, it takes a lot of time to go through the code. And the second one is it offers lazy APIs. The library polars, and the third one is it is good for larger data set. In case of pandas, if the data set is large, it struggles and it takes very long time. So point to be noted here is this is not for the systems for which the data set exceeds the RAM size. So it is not a substitution of Spark library, but this lies somewhere in between Pandas and Spark. So this can take care of the data sets which are little bigger for Pandas but smaller than Spark. The data which we will be using for the below exercise is basically World Happiness Report, which is available on the Kaggle site. So this has a lot of details about how happy a country is, healthy life expectancy, their human development index, inspiration, all these things we have, happiness score, happiness rank, and so on. So they basically have 5 years data from 15 to 2019, and we will be using one or two files from this. So I have already downloaded these CSV files, so we can directly get onto the Google Colab from here. So let's get started. So to start with, let me install the Polars library. I would say pip install Polars. And let's check if the drive is mounted. Yes, that is mounted. And we have the files here 2015 and 19 CSVs which we will be using here. So let's copy the path of 2019 CSV. This is what we will be starting with. So I would say df underscore pl equal to pl dot read underscore csv. This is the 2019 file. Oops, I have to import polars as pl. Yes, this is the data frame. So if we want what is the content in this, we can just print and see. So these are the columns what we have, overall rank and all these things, and across each column they have given the type of data in that particular column. So this is the data frame in which we have all this information. So let's see a couple of basic data manipulation techniques. So we'll see what is the minimum and maximum life expectancy over here. So I would say df underscore pl. I would say pl dot min, and my reference would be the column healthy life expectancy dot alias, the column name. So I want to give as minimum expectancy and comma. So the same thing we will do it for maximum as well. So let me just copy this. I would say max, and I would say max here. So this is the new column creation, and let's save it in a new data frame, not the existing one. Let's say modified, dfpl modified. Okay, it took fine. So let's see what is there in this new variable which we have created. Yeah, so minimum expectancy is 0, maximum expectancy is 1.141. So this is a new one which we have created right now. So let's see one more. How do we filter in this particular polars data frame? So we will use the same df underscore pl, and we can use the function filter. And which column do I need to filter? I need to mention this pl dot call, and I would say healthy life expectancy. And my reference range is greater than 1. So we will have to filter the items which are greater than 1. And let's give a bracket, and let's save this as greater than 1. And let's see what are the row items getting filtered. So these are the ones which has healthy life expectancy greater than 1. You can see all these items are greater than 1, and we are getting all those rows where healthy expectancy is greater than 1. So this is how we filter for a PULAS data frame. So let's see one or two more examples on how do we do the manipulation, probably with the help of lazy this time because it supports lazy. So let's see, we will use the same df underscore pl, and this time I'm going to use lazy. And my column, I'm sorting this here. My column is healthy life expectancy, and I would say reverse equal to true, and I'll save this in. And since this is lazy, we need to write healthy life dot collect, otherwise it will not print the results. So we would write this, and we will save it in another variable, just one, to avoid new names. So I'm not doing anything here, I'm just using lazy API here. I'm sorting with the help of healthy life expectancy, and reverse is true. I'm just collecting this information here because we are using lazy. So there are two options, either collect or fetch. So I'm using collect here. So okay, we need to import the column. Sorry, I missed it. So you can see it is starting from 1.141, which is belonging to the country Singapore, and going through, and the last one is 0.00, which belongs to the country Swaziland. So this is how we sort the Polars data frame. So this time we have used a lazy API. Let's see a couple of more cases here. So this time I'm going to use from polars.lazy import star, and this time I'm going to use a lazy frame instead of lazy. So let me use another file. Since we have two files, let me use another file. Let me copy the path of 2015 CSV, and the name of this file, let's give as lazy data frame 2015. So if we want to print this item, you can just say this. It is not a pandas data frame, or a polars data frame anymore. It is a polars lazy frame here. This is the type of this particular new object which we have created. So it's polars.lazy frame. So let's see how this works in case of pandas. So in pandas, what we do, read underscore csv, and sorry, this is the content. And let me give the file name as dataframe 2015. And if we have to print this, so it is printing upright. If I'm giving the name of the object, it is printing upright, but here it is not printing. The Polars lazy frame, it just gives the type of the object. It doesn't print upright. So we'll have to use some commands like collect or fetch to do some basic manipulation techniques. So probably we will see how the lazy data frame, how the filter happens and all. So let me use the same lazy data frame 2015 dot filter, and let me use this column region, and I'm printing the areas or the region. So this is the region column, right? So I'm going to print the regions which whose length is more than 5. So I would say string length is more than 5 or more than 10. Probably let's give more than 10 and see how it is working. More than 10, and let's give a bracket, and I would say this file as modified 2015 pullers. So we'll say pl and see how it works. And we need to print this. So it is giving this particular answer. So in this case, we'll have to say dot collect. Yes, so it gave all the options or all the regions whose the length of this one is greater than 10. If we want to modify it further, probably Western Europe, if you want to just take it out, we need to check somewhere around 15 or 17. So let me try with 15 and see how it works. Yes. So that just went, the Western Europe just vanished because we have given the length as 15. So that is how we do the filtration of the column here in this lazy frames. So let's see how we can do it in pandas with our regular techniques. So this is how we do it in pandas. Region dot string dot length more than 15, and I'm going to save it in modified 2015 PD. This is the file name. And if we want to print it here, this is how we are getting it here. So we can create a new column in the existing object itself. That also can be done. So this is how we are doing in our regular pandas data frame. So let's see one more case on how do we create pivots from the lazy frames. So let me read a new file or the same 2015 with a new function. I'll take this 2015 file, copy path, and the name of this one is dfpl 2015, and I will filter with the happiness rank. So if we see here what are the columns and all available. So these are the happiness rank, happiness score, and so on. These are the columns available to us. So we will plot a pivot for happiness rank up to 100. So there are a lot of countries, it is going till almost 158. So we'll plot top 100 here. So that is the filtration what we'll have to do. So let us write the um, filter code. So I would say the same file dot filter, I would say pl dot call, and this should be as per happiness rank. Happiness rank, and happiness rank I am targeting top 100, so I would say 100, and we'll say df filtered. Let's save this in something called as df filtered. So this df filtered is something which we will be using to plot our data. So let's hide this, we don't want this anymore. So you can see we have got only up to 100. We don't have beyond 100. So this is the happiness rank which we are targeting. So we'll plot a pivot where we will see which region has how many countries in top 100. So that is the pivot which we will be plotting. So I would say df filtered dot group by, it should be region dot pivot. So what would be my pivot columns? It would be region. And what would be my values column? It would be happiness rank. And I would say dot count, because we need count of how many countries are present in which area. And I would save this in something called as pivot 2015. So this is the code what we'll have to write to plot the pivot. So this is the pivot what we have got. So if you can see, the majority number of countries available are in Central or Eastern Europe, which is 23 countries of top 100. So that is almost one fourth of the countries. The least, if you see, uh, in Asia or in Africa, I don't see any Africa here. Latin America, again, you have 20 countries. Western Europe, again, there are a lot of countries. So Africa, we don't see. Sub-Saharan Africa, we have got, which is just 6 countries total. So you can see from here, if we have to see how many countries are available in top 100, Western Europe, Latin America, or Central and Eastern Europe, these are the regions which fare very high in terms of happiness rank, healthy life expectancy, and other human development index, and so on. So this is how we plot a pivot in lazy frames. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.